Y'all know what time it is. I got the Dynasty Tea. We here, we ready. We giving Alexis Morel, Carrington, Kobe, Dexter, Rowan teas. Oh, let's get done.
It's more than statements, it's a way of life. So ambitious. The Miss Jackson talking.
Yeah, I was watching, what was that? I think it was it Sherry Shepherd show, you know, fake Wendy, I still miss Wendy, still want to come back to the purple chair, the throne, but I seen that Lifetime documentary and yeah, but anyway, she mentioned, and this is for all y'all kind of old heads out there, cause y'all know what I'm talking about, like all like the Barbs and you know, all like the Zaya folks, like y'all don't really know about this, but back in the day, right? This before I was even born. There was a show called Dynasty. I'm ripping the shirt right here. Boom. And it was a black lady, beautiful, Diane Carroll. She played Dominique Devereaux. And Sherry told Vanessa Williams, like, hey.
They did a remake. Vanessa Williams would have to play Diane Carroll.
Hey, I think you would make a great Dominique Devereaux. And so Vanessa Williams, I kind of agree, but I'm like, dang, they forget about like the CW trash version of Dynasty. But anyway, we're here to talk about Dynasty. We're here to talk about the queen shutting down what it was, Rio, like 1 million people up in the park, whatever what was going on. She recreated the kiss. I seen that. And if y'all remember again, Journey coming full circle, one of the earliest memories I have of Madonna is that kiss. Okay? And I'm talking about the infamous Britney. And later I found out Christina Aguilera was involved because I don't remember seeing her on TV. But anyway, let's get into this. Take No Bull, right? It is behind the scenes of, y'all know, that fire pop of a song. I've always been in love with you. All right, let's get to this, y'all. I think it's about almost an hour long. So y'all chill with me, y'all rock with me, I'm rocking with y'all. Let's go.
Welcome to Ronda, Spain, a 2,000-year-old town up in the mountains high above the Costa del Sol.
I love that cold.
Madonna has come here.
I love that cold.
To make a video for Take a Bow, the second single of her Bedtime Stories album. We've been watching her, we've been following her around, making her life miserable.
Butting into my life
It's just
extensively.
been really great. There's a lot of psychodrama going on. You're going to see all of that, but first, let's see the video itself.
No, first I want to make a wish.
Okay, well, go ahead and make a wish.
Okay.
This didn't involve the length of my life or anything, did it?
No, it had nothing to do with you.
Damn. All right.
I'm sorry, Kurt.
Filmed here in the ancient town of Ronda. As always with Madonna Productions, this was a big one. She was about the biggest thing to happen to the
brave to
city
be sitting on the edge like
bandits
that.
ruled the place about 1,000 years ago. She came here at an unusual time, early November. It was kind of cold, and of course there were linguistic complexities with the Spanish, American, English crew. But Madonna triumphed over it all, as always, and we followed her around every step of the way. So have you ever been to Spain before?
Yeah, many times to Madrid and Barcelona, but I've never been to the south, which is, I think, more beautiful. It was a little bit of a surprise.
And hold on, trivia. I feel like, didn't I watch the True Blue Tour? The True Blue Tour. Was it called the True Blue Tour? But didn't I watch the Spain performance? I either watched the Spain performance of that tour or was it Blood and Ambition? I can't remember. But anyway, I feel like I did. Anyway, let's go.
Because I thought we were going to arrive at the sleepy little village, and actually there were people. we had to move hotels because we were in this really quaint, charming 3-story hotel. But when we realized that we were surrounded and that people could actually climb up the front of the building and get in my bedroom window, we had to move. So,
well, not necessarily exciting. A drawback.
Moda, yeah, that was her name, just like that.
When you were writing the song Take a Bow, was there any conception of like Spain or Matador at the time? Did that come entirely later?
No, I was actually thinking of a movie star when I was writing it. And, but I thought, when I tell the story of this visually, I wanted it to be about a sort of an obsessive love story, a tragic love story that doesn't work out in the end. And if this character, this person that the object of my desire is an actor, how do I show what he does that's going to read to people?
We started talking about bullfighting. She said, I've been thinking about this. I said, really, because it's something I'm interested in. I've been filming some corridas. I don't know enough about it, but it's a fascinating subject. And pretty soon we started saying, well, what if it was a matador? Is at the edge? Is there a mystery to this person, this public figure, that no one else knows about?
To portray the Matador in Take a Bow, director Houseman, an aficionado, chose Emilio Munoz, a bullfighting star revered for his dedication to the sport's classic style. Is this your first video? Is this the first one you've done?
Este es tu primer video.
Sí. How is it so far? Are you enjoying it?
¿Te está gustando hasta ahora?
Sí, la verdad que
It's a new experience.
He
Yes, I'm
speaks no
enjoying it.
English.
It's very different than what I'm used to doing normally.
It's not a video about bullfights. It's about falling in love with the matador. And the actual bullfight isn't what it's all about, but you have to see what the guy does. And we're trying to turn it more into beauty of passing and everything like that.
There's a tragic brutality and beauty to it, but there's always a sad ending at the end of a bullfight.
After Madonna scrubs up a bit, we
I
want
have
to
to
see
get this fly paper off my face.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Such
We're
a
going
nice
to venture
outfit.
into her dressing room, so don't go away.
Hey, I'm in the remembrance of the album.
It's very closely with the cult of personality. I mean, do you ever wish you could escape from it and just be able to go for a walk or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, what do you do? Are there disguises? Are there funny hats?
Oh, no, because funny hats attract attention, too. I mean, the problem is for me to get into an elaborate disguise, I'll come out of my hotel looking like a drag queen or a bag lady. You know what I mean?
The rigors of fame and long...
You know, what is so interesting to me, though, right, is like about this height of celebritydom, right? And most celebrities don't get this height, right? This is for the icons, for the top tier, the Michaels, the Madonnas, the Princess Dianas, right? Like, it's almost that sort of thing of you don't know what you got till it's gone, right? Because I'm quite for sure, of course, Madonna today can draw a crowd, of course, right? But the height of this type of paparazzi, I don't think it really exists today, right? Like, I think, especially in a world of like paid followers, you know what I'm saying? Bots, right? Like, we don't even know if these streams really real like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this level of like pandemonium exists anymore, but also like stars that experience that level, that height of pandemonium. Like, and again, Michael, Chris Diana, they died before like they could see that kind of like settle. Like, it don't be that level of pandemonium anymore. But I wonder, like, there's a part of Madonna, and again, not saying that again, the pandemonium isn't there for her today, but this height, this level of pandemonium, no, it's not, right? So I wonder, does like she ever miss these kind of frenzy and frantic times today? All right, anyway, let's go.
Long hours of shooting kept Madonna indoors most of the time in Ronda. At one point, perhaps desperate for simple human contact, she invited us to her dressing room to observe the art of inserting her into one of her costumes. So this is how it's done. You can see they pushed them up.
Yes.
Before there was the Wonder Bra, there was this.
I don't need the support, by the way.
No, not at all.
They're naturally just high.
Is this a period costume of some sort? Is it old?
Well, it's a couple
amazing.
weeks old. It was worn in John Galliano's
Ah, yeah, that's beautiful.
fashion show.
And you fit yourself into it beautifully.
Yes, in spite of the fact that it was made for someone else. It does fit me very well.
And who are all these folks here?
This is Orlando, and I did his hair. But
Nice.
he does my hair usually. And this is Laura. She does my makeup. This is Lori. She's in charge of my clothes. We had talked a little bit about the look that we were coming to Spain and about the bullfight. And
Lord killed his wardrobe.
Mrs.
She
Ford
killed
was kind
it.
of feeling very kind of restricted and sexy, of course, and glamorous.
You're in charge of cramming her bosom into these clothes. And
I am in charge of cramming her bosom into these clothes, yes.
done a good job.
Well, good things to work with, yes.
So the scenario here is the bullfighters coming in and out. It's like a stalking thing, or?
No, actually, the room upstairs is supposed to be my hotel room. So he's coming to my hotel room to seduce me. If you can imagine.
Are there gonna be like hot scenes in this?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's hot.
And well, we know, but
I don't want to be immodest about it.
there's sort of a Spanish motif running through a lot of your stuff. Are you attracted?
I was Spanish in another life.
This is where I love to be, La Isla Bonita. Hey. That song still go hard too.
I am Cuban Spanish.
Cuban?
I love Cuba.
Cuban men, is there an attraction there?
Oh, don't go there.
No? All right. Should we take a look around this place? Should we,
Go on a tour?
Yeah. Now, do you have stuff like this in your place in Los Angeles? Kind of romantic old beds?
Sort of. I mean, I have like drapery around all my beds so you can shut the whole world out.
Oh.
Very private. For those times when you need extra privacy.
Yeah, I know those times.
You do not.
Well, yeah, you'd be surprised.
This is the outhouse up here.
Now. Gorgeous view out here. Excuse me.
Look at this. Now this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so as they kind of walking around doing nothing, another thought just came into my head, right? I feel like this is the first era, or maybe I feel like the only era. Well, let me see. Yeah, okay, because, all right, let me just get it out. So, I feel like this is the first era in which, like, Madonna's look kind of bleed into each other, right? So I feel like the Erotica era look and the bedtime story look almost kind of bleeds together. And really, if it wasn't for, like, knowing the music, if I were to just see pictures, I feel like I really wouldn't be able to distinguish between the two that much, right? And I was going to say, like, perhaps that happened earlier on in her career with Madonna 83 and, like, a version. But then I'm like, no, because, like, basically by the end, and I think it gets weird with 83 and version because literally while she was still promoting 83, the version album was already done. You know what I mean? So, but do you understand what I'm saying? Anyway, let's go.
Pretty.
I could live here.
Of course, it rains every 5 seconds, but apart
Yeah,
from
but
that.
it's gorgeous. Look at the village. You've got everything. Beautiful architecture, mountains, clean air,
Spanish men.
gorgeous men and women and children.
Yeah.
Everybody
looks pretty
gorgeous.
good here.
Even the dogs are cute. What? Oh, let's go over here. Come over here.
The view of the,
It looked cold.
wow.
Isn't that gorgeous? And
Really
there's
is
a river
pretty.
down there. It's the most beautiful place, really.
Now, somebody was just telling us that people come here to commit suicide.
They do?
Dang,
Yeah.
that's
That's
crazy.
not why I'm here.
Well, I hope not, no. This is not the place to end your career.
I love life.
Now, you're looking very sort of healthy and out of you. Kind of a
I'm
health
feeling healthy now. I'm only smoking cigarettes because
effect.
my clothes are so tight that I can't eat. It's true. It's an appetite suppressant. It's a supermodel diet.
What do you do in the downtime? I mean, videos and films are just mainly about downtime, sitting around waiting. Do you have like a regimen of things you do? You work out, you dance, you sing?
Well, I can't work out. I got makeup and hair
That's true.
and can't kind of really do anything. Well, I usually have fun people that I work with, you know, hair, makeup, wardrobe. So we all sit around and gossip or eat or turn music on and dance. Get my ass. I love it. my lover,
Rips off you?
well, kind of. I mean, it is a video, so. Isn't it beautiful? John Galliano, thank you very much. This is Versace, this is Prada. All the lingerie is Sevilla. All the slips and the bras, which you can't see.
Dang, I ain't seen Madonna with a cigarette like that since Susan, I don't think.
It looks
As long as you don't eat.
constraining.
It is constraining, but that's kind of like one of the themes of the video.
Constraint?
It's just so smooth, right? You just can't help but to...
And these would be your knickknacks?
These are knickknacks, yes. Actually, none of these are gonna probably make it into the, oh no, this necklace I'm gonna wear.
Very pretty.
It's a lovely necklace. Here, I'll model it for you. Get a nice cleavage shot too while you're at it.
All right. Do these have names or? That's just a joke.
My breast? Kurt, don't go there either.
I'm sorry. Just
This is a nice shoe, which I don't know
That
how you
actually
say
seemed
this
kind
guy's
of out
name.
of character for Kurt.
Just show me the tongue. He's a new shoe designer. Isn't it lovely? Doubles as a weapon.
That's some heel. Yeah.
Someone
Some
pisses you
toe.
off, you know what I'm saying?
They look really comfy too.
They are. Actually, they are very
Like, how did he become a like MTV host?
try
He
this
seems
on?
like out of
Right
place.
now.
Let's see. Come on, Kurt.
And look, here's your chewing gum.
Kurt in a bra. I can
not-
see it
it's not
now.
me.
It's your color, though. You look good in red.
Think so? Oh, thanks. I'll keep that in mind for later. So this is all your stuff. Now, what's this?
Oh, here's a great shoe, too. Got it, too. This is a great shoe. Manello. Minus the Dr. Scholl foot pad. Thank you very much. Lovely shoe. Okay.
The real heel wearers know about
Are we doing
them.
House of Style all of a
Foot
sudden? I'm feeling very Cindy Crawford right now.
This is, you know.
I'm feeling very Cindy.
I think there was this perception that, you know, Madonna, bitch on wheels, and now they say, what's the new Madonna? She's really sweet. She's user-friendly.
I'm
Somewhere in
sweet
between.
and I'm a bitch. You know what I mean? And that's always been the way it is. I'm a human being.
We've been talking about this, right? The bedtime stories, the slick. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't care what none of y'all say. Madonna say, I'm not sorry, but really, she was kind of sorry. Madonna was kind of hurting toward the end of the erotica era. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. All right, let's go.
You know, when you want something done right and you care about something, it's so often you're perceived as being a bitch. But in the end, it's your ass on the line. You're being judged for it, so you've got to make it the best it can be.
Stand up.
What the hell does that mean? No shot takes 15 minutes. Not with this crew.
Madonna's battle against time and critical trauma continues when we return.
What's taking so long?
Playback.
Oh, she put her hand for real.
One lonely star.
Oh, she look good.
No, open your eyes, please. Okay.
Is that how you want me to keep them?
No, I just wanted to see.
Okay.
I think your eyes should move from looking down your lapel and up, so we know where the action comes from.
Oh, okay.
All of this video labor, of course, was in the service of Madonna's 7th studio album, an unusually subtle piece of work
Real
called
simple.
Bedtime Stories, which made its debut on the Billboard chart in
Subtle
October
is how they
at
describe
number
it.
3. Have you found anything interesting to do in Ronda since you've been here? I don't know, Madonna, the scale of interesting things to do.
I went to a beautiful church. That's really the only. Yeah.
Such a Madonna answer.
What was the name of that church? Oh, on the Day of the Dead. It was beautiful. I lit a few candles. I need all the help I can get.
Well, not anymore. Number 3 on the charts. This is good.
I know, but why can't it be number 1?
Well, Boys and Men, when they get run over next week, I think you'll be right up.
Why, Boys to Men are always hogging the top position.
Oh,
Nobody even knows
really?
their
Boys to Men
names.
and that damn Bodyguard soundtrack. Is that still in the chart?
The voice.
It's always on the charts.
Now it's Snoop Doggy Dog.
I know, well, he's good, so I have to give it up to the old Snoop man. But move over, Rover.
They hadn't made the video
The
yet.
critics seem to have backed off on this record. Is that a good sign? I mean, they seem to they seem to like it.
You know, not getting publicly flogged.
Oh, so critics like this album.
sweet.
Yes, well, I guess it's because I'm not being a bad girl right now. Well, I think I think people are really, maybe for the first time in a long time, really just concentrating on the music. And maybe if they were able...
Well, Madonna, like, come on now, let's get real. Whose fault it was that they wasn't concentrating on the music, right? And I love that she said that, though, because, again, for those of y'all who just jumping into this journey, just start watching my videos, the whole reason why I got into the Madonna journey is because, and the reason why I do the journey like I do is, you know, I listen to the album first, straight up audio, because I wanted to get to know and explore Madonna, the artist, not the entertainer, right? The visual entertainer. And, yeah, like, I just wanted to see, like, okay, let me check out her body of work without the visuals, even though the visuals, of course, are a important part, if not the key ingredient, right, to any modern day artist success, at least back then. But I still just want to know the artist, right? And for those of y'all who may say this, 7 albums in, I can confirm Madonna is a true, legit artist. All right, anyway, let's go.
able to concentrate on the music of my last album, they would have enjoyed it more.
Do you think Erotica got the hearing it deserved?
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me?
Because I think in retrospect, a lot of people look back and say, yeah, it's a really good record.
Yeah, I know, I've heard.
Man, Madonna, let's keep it real. Erotica was falling flat, y'all. It was falling flat in some areas. Again, I feel like I don't remember half of the album, period. But Bedtime Stories, I'm here. Every little snippet they play, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm jamming. All right, let's go.
Heard that. Thanks. Why didn't you say that 2 years ago?
Did I say something wrong? Oops, I didn't know we could talk about sex.
Erotica, Madonna's dark and sex-drenched 1992 album, was all but drowned out by the critical uproar over its accompanying photo book, The Notorious Sex. I think people are saying, you know, the obvious mainstream press thing is going to be, well, this new record is obviously a step back. She knows she went too far, and now she's trying to kind of be nice.
Yes, well, that is the mainstream, not thought-out point of view. But I mean, there was no calculation. There was no... I didn't give myself a set of rules when I went in the studio and said, okay, and now I have to write this kind of music. I can't offend anyone. It's just really... I think you can't write songs unless you're being honest. I don't think you can put yourself in that kind of a straitjacket creatively.
This album is a very subtle record, and it's the interweaving of voices. It's almost pointillistic, and I think people wonder sometimes, because you collaborate with people, what exactly is your input into all this? Do you show up with melodies, with lyrics?
It's different every time. I have, I keep a journal and I write in it constantly anyways, or if I'm reading something and I feel inspired, I'll jot down something, or a phrase comes to my mind and I write it down, and then I'll go in and I'll hear music and I'll elaborate on what I've written, or I'll take a poem I've written and kind of change the meter of it to fit the music. Or sometimes music I'll have nothing in my head and I'll go in and I'll hear music, and then it'll just come to me. Music.
Do you sit around and doodle on instruments or tape things?
No, I don't play any instruments. I always work with producers that can play instruments. And
I thought you played piano or something a little bit.
Very primitively. Yeah. I mean, I can, basic chord progressions, but I hear melodies in my head, so.
So her and Michael had that in common. Michael was a genius when it came to that, like just laying down what he was hearing in his head. Like, have y'all ever heard Michael Jackson's like demo skeleton tracks? Like, wow, mind blowing. Anyway, let's go.
I usually rely on them to pound it out on the keyboard. That's how I work with Babyface anyways.
Yeah. How did you come to be involved with Babyface in Dallas and all these people? Did you have them in mind from the beginning, or were you going around trying people out?
I pretty much had a wish list of people that I really admired or had my eye on working with for some time. And Babyface and Dallas, Austin, and Nelly Hooper were at the top of that list. And then I ended up working with Dave Hall because he was a friend of a friend, and they kept saying, you've got to work with this guy. I didn't really know him at all. And there were a few other people that were recommended, but songwriting is like, collaborating with anybody, it's very intimate, and it's hard. Sometimes it doesn't work with people, and you get in a room and you don't feel comfortable, or so I went through a few of those, and
Discarded a few people.
yeah, kicked them right out.
How did your connection with Björk come up? Where did this song come from?
That came from
Damn, why you do it like that? Let's go.
working with Nelly. Nelly did her album, and actually one of the reasons I was dying to work with Nelly Hooper was because of Björk's album. I thought it was amazing.
Let's get unconscious, honey. Let's get unconscious.
It seems to be a different you in a way. I mean, you just romance.
Well, every year it's a different me.
But has romance come into your life? Is there? I think we were reading something about.
Well, I mean, romance has always been in my life. I mean, well, that sounds really immodest, doesn't it?
Fortunate. Sounds
No,
fortunate.
but it's not like I just discovered romance. I mean, I've been writing. I mean, when you listen to, there's romantic songs on all of my records. Rain is a romantic song.
Feel it on my fingertips. Hear it on the window, baby. Your love's coming down like.
Live to Tell is a romantic song. I've always written romantic songs.
Man can tell a thousand lies. I've learned my lesson well.
People got so caught up in me, in the
Like, I'm still shocked to this day. Like, no rapper never sampled Live to Tell. Like, that opening, that ding, 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 ding. It's so hard. Anyway, all right, let's go.
eroticism aspect of what I was exploring and getting into and writing about, that I think now that I've come up with this record, and all of a sudden everyone's saying, "Oh, she's changed so much. She's a different person," and
She always been this, yeah.
I'm more experienced. I'm older and wiser, but I think romances have been a big part of everything that I've written.
There's kind of a sweetness to some of the songs on the record too. Though. It's
Or
like,
bittersweetness.
I meant
yeah.
to say a bitter.
Yes, bittersweetness. Sweetness is in that first album, okay? And in True Blue, oh, confection, sugary galore. Okay, what y'all talking about? Let's go.
Sweetness.
Yeah.
But is there a guy in your life who's
Oh,
changed things?
getting to the really important question.
This is the important thing.
Actually, the songs are about a lot of different.
Guys.
Well, not just men. I mean, Inside of Me sounds like it's a love song, but it's actually about my mother.
Dr. Mama.
Always have you inside of me.
You know, I tend to collect thoughts and as I go through life, and a lot of times it takes me a long time before I can come to terms with maybe a relationship I had years ago. You know what I mean? And I finally found a way to talk about it or write about it. So it's not even necessarily something that was happening to me currently, but my reflection on something that happened.
Inside of Me being about your mother, it's interesting. And being from a family that has breast cancer, it must be a haunting thing, I would imagine. Is it?
Absolutely. I mean, my mother died when she was very young, and when I got to be, she was 31 years old, and when I got to be, I mean, my whole life was about 31. When I get to be that age, is that going to be my death sentence? Is that what's going to happen to me? And when I finally passed that age and I was still alive, I can sort of breathe again.
Dang, that's deep.
Something's coming over. Something's coming over.
The moves for me.
Something's coming over me. My baby's got a secret.
In secret, the video is Madonna in the company of many, many black people. Is that a typical night out for you? Do you go to clubs in Harlem?
I do, actually, but one of the reasons I shot it in Harlem is because I thought that
So basically, like Madonna in Atlanta, really. Let's go.
I thought that, I mean, I think people traditionally think of Harlem as being this ghetto where everybody's sad and people are full of despair and there's no hope. And I walk down the streets, 125th Street in Lenox, and I see beautiful, beautiful people and beautiful children playing.
Okay, not this black folk savages trope, right? And I thank Madonna for correcting that, right? Like, oh, either they about to rob you, they about to kill you, they strung out. You know, like I said, like, what? Let's go.
In the streets, and I see incredible, beautiful brownstones. I mean, that is a beautiful part of Manhattan, and I discovered a lot of beauty there. And I thought, since the song is about discovering a secret, that I liked combining that.
I like to feel it right now.
Just before starting work on Bedtime Stories, with much public consternation still lingering from her sex book escapade, Madonna made a raucous appearance on the David Letterman show. You were on his show saying all these
Bad words?
bad words.
Yes, I know, but it was a performance.
Incidentally, you are a sick.
I still believe Madonna too. It was a performance.
You realize this is being broadcast, don't you?
Yeah.
So it wasn't a real argument between us.
I believe it.
Was Dave aware of this?
He knew the gist of what was going to happen.
Is that
I
a rug?
believe it.
You're talking about my hair. Right, well, all right, what is that, a swim cap? What are you wearing? Come on, let's go. Here we go.
It was like a snowball, you know? I mean, it was like everybody freaked out about it, and then I think Dave freaked out about it a little bit. But you know what? Dave was never, you know, I called him up to, when they asked me to do the MTV Awards, I said, well, you know, who do you want to do it with? And I couldn't think of anybody. It's like, I thought, if I come out with anyone, there's got to be some kind of symbolism. It's got, like, who do I want to join forces with? Who do I want to, you know, represent myself with? And I thought, wouldn't it be great to come out with David Letterman? Because everyone thinks we're in this, like, huge world war. And
Right, what song is this?
so I called him up and asked him. And I said, Dave, are you ready to bury the hatchet? He goes, there is no hatchet.
I'll be in the car. Just watch your language.
He was very agreeable and actually so nervous. It was really touching.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he was green. And he was so sweet, the way he was gripping my arm as we walked out on the stage. But, you know, I have to say I adore him. I know that sounds completely perverse, but I do. I'll never explain again my sexuality.
I know that song.
What have you made of Ronda since you've been here? This is a deeply Catholic region of the
This is
country.
a deeply beautiful, beautiful, beautiful city. But it's one of the oldest cities in the world. And
I would not
there's
wanna
no
go there.
McDonald's, there's no 7-Eleven.
No.
And I'm
Too old.
I'm just enjoying that. It's just, we were in a house yesterday. It's 500 years old. And it's so
Too many
beautiful.
ghosts, too many spirits.
So I love it here.
Okay, here we go. Action. Car, go, go.
Is this a typical Madonna video? I mean, this is a really big production.
Well, yeah, it's expensive and...
Not your money, though.
Well, it kind of is my money.
Yeah.
If you know how videos work,
Exactly.
and you get an advance and then start making money on your records, and then that record company just sucks it back out of you. So.
But I mean, is this, are they always this,
odd.
are they always
Exactly.
this
My
complicated
girl,
logistically?
keep it real.
Well, this is hard just because we're shooting it in a foreign country, and we're using a lot of foreign crews, and I mean, it's mostly an English crew, but then for the extras we have to have Spanish crew people to translate, and it's kind of complicated.
I'll just give you a cue. Everyone's quiet, and then when I cue you, you just say he's been hit.
I'll have a kid fall.
Okay.
Jerónimo, te toca. So when you say now, he's gonna fall. Cuando él te hace el gesto, te vas a caer aquí, ¿vale?
Silencio, por favor. Roll camera.
Roll, Steve.
Y acción.
Roll, Steve.
Y ahora.
I'm about to go to the next video. Y'all like my nails? Y'all see that? Turn this way. Cherry on top. Ooh. All right, let's check out part 3.
for a couple of days and knock the thing out under controlled conditions. The advantage of coming out on location is natural beauty and exotic appeal, but it does have its drawbacks.
It's a complete different strategy in lighting and in looking at anything, because what you do is that instead of going in there and trying to overpower what you have, you really use the sets you have. And you walk in a room and you look around and you say, the light is right here. It's really nice. And you don't have the room to put big lights out and do things.
Is this like one of the more difficult shoots you've done as a location thing? It's cold, it's far away.
It's cold, it's far away, but actually it's not. It's gone surprisingly well. I mean, the running through the streets yesterday was a little bit difficult with the crowds, but, and heels, exactly. But it's gone pretty smoothly, and I don't know why. I've had much tougher shoots.
Such as what?
Well, first of all, in rain, I had to get water dumped on me for 5 days. I mean, I'm not into being cold. That's my thing, you know? It's cold right now, yes. As you can see, I have my...
Your fake fur on.
Yes, my fake fur.
Instead of spring, it's always winter.
In addition to the chilly weather, Madonna had to contend with a publicity onslaught by a celebrity-oriented animal rights group.
Well, I've already gotten flack from animal rights people because everyone said, "Oh, you're glorifying bullfighting. You're going to be hurting the bull." And rumors started, and suddenly I was, lining up bulls and shooting them with rifles. Well, you know what? Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Yes.
I don't believe that any organization should dictate to me what I can and can't do artistically. And the fact of the matter is, we didn't harm any bulls while we were shooting, and we went out of our way to make sure that that wouldn't happen.
Somebody told me you actually bought them. They're going to retire to a farm somewhere.
Yeah, because they're bred and raised to be fought, and once we use them in the shoot, they're no good to the bullfighter anymore. So they let them go.
Okay.
And they live the rest of their lives eating grass. So
Sweet.
I saved 3 bulls. Okay.
Bullfighting, like many things, people should know and understand it before they make an opinion. And sometimes, in certain moments, it can be cruel. And if you look at it from the cruel side, you're always going to see it that way. But if you look at it from another angle, from the artistic, passionate, the beautiful side of it, if you look at the noble fight between a man and an animal just with a piece of cloth, then it can be immensely beautiful.
I still don't understand it, though.
I just want to make sure that
I don't
the
get
is
it.
good.
His lighting is fabulous.
Yeah.
He's lit from within.
That's true, yes. ¿Qué pasó?
Una araña para mi precioso.
Thank you.
You don't tell him what I said.
Is everything on schedule? Is things going well?
Yes, now that he's broken my heart, I'm going to do my crying scene.
You're crying. That's
I
sweet.
am. He's broken my heart.
Oh. Is the big
See,
love?
those eyes could break anyone's heart. Don't you think?
I was feeling a little flutter.
Are you falling in love with him, Kurt?
I like to kind of rub up against him, but I'm cold. So that's probably the
So
problem.
am I.
Is the love scene coming up soon?
Actually, we did the love scene already, and that's why I'm crying.
Oh, I was
See?
hoping we could watch. Guess we won't be doing that, though. What is the next thing? There is no happy ending here. This is all sad, right?
Exactly. It's a tragic love story. ¿Entiendes?
No, nada. Ni una palabra.
Men don't understand it anyway.
It was a fantastic meeting, these two together. It was really cool because it was, they're both in their own worlds. Do you know what I mean? Even though Madonna's world touches all these people, it's a bubble.
Yeah.
You know, I think that because, look at all these people coming around her, just to see her, and she can't exactly go out. And his world is very closed too.
Yeah.
And there was a really interesting thing. He said, well, I'm an artist. I'm not as big as artist as you because I don't like to publicly portray myself, and I don't play up to that as much. And she says, well, that's not about being an artist, that's about being ambitious. He said, well, then you're very ambitious.
What have you learned about bullfighting from Emilio?
How dangerous it is. How dangerous it is and how much... What?
Que no me entero de nada.
No, I'm not going to lie about anything. Don't worry about it. Quiero mucho.
Quiero mucho. That sounds so great.
Yo también.
Okay, I have to go to work, so...
Okay, we'll just stay here and do what we're
Muchos
doing.
besos para ti. Mwah. Mwah. Okay, all right, bye.
I never get a kiss.
Are you surprised?
It's always that, are you?
If watching is your thing, you've got a dream weekend coming up.
That is wrong.
It's Madonna weekend. All the videos, exclusive features, all new interviews, and for the first time ever, Madonna body of work, all her best performances from past to present.
Drop the comments down below how many of y'all was at home, like, ooh, all day, Madonna body of work, gotta watch it. Drop the comments down below.
Don't repress yourself. Do your thing. Watch Madonna Weekend, all weekend on MTV.
Do you consider directing one of these videos eventually? It seems like a natural thing to do.
I don't know if I could do that because that's really wearing two hats. And if I was behind the camera, I'd want to stay behind the camera. Well, exactly. Yeah,
No spoilers, but y'all already spoiled it. Y'all said she would start directing later on, right? All right, let's go.
I don't want to get into an argument with me. No, I do really want to direct something, but...
Okay. Donna always nibbling on her hair and some in the interview, right?
I think I'd have to concentrate on too many things because it's so different.
Do you ever think, like, in 10 years I'll be doing something completely different, or I'll be directing films?
Oh, sure. I mean, I change a lot. And, I never knew when I was a dancer and I was completely focused on dancing that I was going to be a singer, and I never knew when I was writing music that I was going to end up being an actress, and one thing just leads to the next.
You've always said that I'm not the greatest singer, I'm not the greatest dancer, and yet you have this tremendous effect on people.
Well, technically, the thing is, what is the greatest singer and what is the greatest? I don't think that, being good has anything to do with your octave range or, it's not about technical, it's about what's in here. It's about being true to yourself and touching people.
Yeah, I was just about to say it. It is the ability to move people, right? And that is giving that like raw, authentic emotion. All right, let's go.
It's about emotion, being passionate about what you do. Some of the greatest artists in the world don't necessarily, as far as singing goes, don't have like what people would call technically perfect voices, but they come from somewhere deep down inside and they touch people.
Right. And the technically perfect people can be terribly boring.
Terribly, if that's all one concentrates on. Yeah. If you don't sing from your heart and you don't mean it, then how can it mean anything to anyone else?
That part. People know. Oh, that girl didn't mean it, Joe.
What is this Janet Jackson thing? She came in on the vibe and
dissed me.
What is that all about?
You know what? I don't know. I read it myself and I'm like, okay, that sounds ominous. What did I do? I've never met the woman. I don't know anyone she knows. I'm mystified. Maybe she'll tell me one day.
That's really bizarre.
Yes, well, rather transparent, wouldn't you say?
All right, so I see some little vulnerability there. Madonna was slick hurt by Janet. What did Janet say? Drop the comments down below. And they did know one person coming, Michael, right? But anyway, let's go.
I keep on doing what you're doing, baby. I keep moving.
Having wrapped up shooting here in Spain, Madonna and company gathered together all their little canisters of film and flew back to a stateside editing room to assemble the finished clip.
They shot about 60,000 feet of film in Spain, which is close to 10 hours. So it's basically logging 10 hours of film. It's an all beautiful film. It's hard to, usually you have to really search to find moments. There was 10 hours of
incredible material, but it's whittling 10 hours into 4.5 minutes, and that's been the real challenge.
The reason we shot so much, when we were shooting the bullfight, we had to shoot with 5 cameras, because I can't direct a bullfight, and it's going to happen when it happens. And we wanted to slow the passes down at a really slow speed, so you have to shoot at 60 frames. And a lot of the footage is just useless, but you don't know when it's going to come. He's walking out slowly towards the bull, slowly towards the bull. You have to keep running just to get that one pass, just to try to slow it. And you have to have different cameras and different angles because you can't do it again. It's funny because the most important thing is the ending, because it is a story. And you can go back and rechange the rhythm and the flow of certain scenes, but the end is the hardest thing to get, because just by changing no one's talking, so you have to rely on everyone's body language. By changing the way that someone turns at the end, or the way that the matador puts his head down, all of a sudden changes the meaning of the story.
You took my life for granted. Why? Oh, why? This show is over. Say goodbye.
When this is all shot and everything, will you show up in the editing room and...
Oh, yes.
Will they be happy to see you coming?
Why not? I always have something good to contribute.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that everybody all the directors I've worked with, I think that they welcome my input, and there are always people that I know I can collaborate with. I mean, we have the same vision. They've never gotten into an editing room and gotten to some screening match.
You're so in control of, I don't want to say you're a control freak, but you're so in control of what you do. It's interesting that you give your stuff over to like Junior Vasquez to remix it. I mean,
right.
This must be a great sense of trust you have in those guys.
I have a huge sense of, I've known Junior for years, and
Dang, wait a minute. Junior, you knew her for years, and you played yourself out of a phone call because you was trying to flex? Dang, we took a big L.
Worked with him in the studio. He's done a lot of remixes for me, and as a person, he's a good person. I adore him, and I feel safe.
That's her by herself.
Something's coming up.
That's the double. Together it's just bigger than all the harmonies. This is Dallas's original loop. Dallas Austin, who wrote this with Madonna. This is his original loop, and we just added our own loops and our own kick, drum, and snare, actually based around his loop, and hats and stuff. We didn't use any of his drums, just his loop, and then the original bass. And then, of course, her.
It's amazing. You just send the stuff over and say, do what you will.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that with everybody. It's like, it's a part of me. It's hard for me to let it go to someone I don't know, I don't trust, I don't know who they are. But I certainly do with him.
Do you have any projects coming up in the year ahead that might surprise us in any way? Any news on the fabled Madonna children? They be coming up soon?
Yes, I'm 9 months pregnant.
Hiding it well.
No, I mean, this is another thing. I did an interview where someone asked me if I wanted to have children, and suddenly, and it's like the headline in every newspaper.
Yeah. She mourns at home.
She's mourning for her child. She's out looking for a man to sire her child. She's found the man. She's pregnant. She's having the baby tomorrow, whatever. I mean...
How much of that is true?
None of it.
Oh.
I mean, I want to have children.
Yeah.
That's, and I will. And could everybody just get off my back about it?
Would there ever be like a Madonna book, autobiography or anything?
If there is going to be that, it's not going to be for a really long time.
So what happened to that movie? It's trying to come down below, right? I thought that movie was supposed to be coming out. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah, I'm not ready to write my biography yet. Not yet. I'm not in my wheelchair yet, in spite of what this looks like. How old am I?
No, how old is this, please?
What are you gonna act your age?
My nose is running.
You want to take time out? Maybe
Dab it? No, I'm just gonna use my...
Madonna is still legit. It's the same. Remember that interview? What's my dude from Australia? Dang, I know what I'm talking about with the hats. Dang, Molly. Remember her first interview with Molly? Like she was burping and stuff, talking about chewing oat gum. Like she was just being goofy. Let's go.
It's an old code.
Oh, sorry, gum. And this is, are your hands clean? Because I'm gonna have it back later.
See? This is crazy.
You're in big trouble. Yeah, you. Just kidding. Kurt, get a real job, okay?
How y'all feeling? We done spent almost an hour together, right? Madonna fam, I feel like I owe that to y'all. Okay? I hope everybody had a happy Mother's Day. Y'all enjoying it. Y'all know I got baby Empress. She's sleeping, so that's why we was uninterrupted. You know what I'm saying? Just doing our thing. But anyway, y'all drop the comments down below. Say what y'all need to say. Let's get to it. All right, guys. Again, hope everybody's out there feeling good. Stay safe. The journey continues. All right, see you guys next time.